Welcome back to Content to Profit Live. I'm your host, Sophia Spallino. I'm so excited that you're here today. We're going to be on part 2 of why your content isn't making you as much money as it should. In today's episode, I'm going to be solving your content problems so you can start making more money on social media. If you're not making the amount of money you want to make now, one of the main problems you're probably having in your business is that you're not creating effective content. The best way to solve a problem is to figure out what you're doing wrong so you don't do it anymore, and then you get the strategy to do it right. Today we're gonna uproot all the strategy that has been bullshit that is keeping you not making as much money as you should. If you are a service provider or a coach, you are going to learn so much. I'm so glad you're here. The way Content to Profit Live works is I will be teaching for free. And if you want to learn more about working with me, you can just shoot me a DM me the word curious, and I will be happy to talk with you about how I can work with you privately. But on this show, I'll be answering your questions live for free. So if you have any questions, be sure to drop them and give me the context about you and your business. So today we're going to be talking about why your content isn't performing as good as it could be. And when our content's not performing as good as it could be, we're leaving a significant amount of money on the table because it is not hard to make money using social media. You just need to know how. And what I do is I give women the PPB blueprint to help them make content that profits and set business systems in place in 8 pillars. Today, I'm going to be teaching you all about unwrapping what's not working in your content. Let's go. Okay, so right now, you know who you are in real life. And this could be one of the simplest things that you can change, but will make the biggest impact. Hi, Chris, so glad you're here. The biggest impact that you could make potentially could come from this one simple aha moment that I'm about to give to you. Are you ready for it? Oh, thank you, Kelly. I'm so glad you're here too. Okay, you know who you are in real life, but somehow, some way, the camera comes on, and when you get on social media, you're less confident in who you are and what you have to offer. You change, your energy changes on the camera. You're just not sure about yourself as sure as you are in real life. And look, you don't have to become a version of Sophia. You can be exactly who you are and sell and make a lot of money online, but you have to be really clear in showing up as who you are, because when people online view you, they're like, oh, I resonate with her energy. And there's a million different coaches for what you're coaching. There's a million different service providers for what you're providing service for. But the reason people want to work with you is because of you, because of your story, and because of your energy. So do not be shy and don't try to be someone that you're not. Be yourself. The next thing is you're not showing up on brand. So bear with me here. Your brand doesn't have to be complex. It doesn't have to be overly professional. Your brand can simply be who you are. In fact, it must be who you are. Because if you do anything other than that, you won't show up on camera as frequently as it's required to take the actions to make a lot of money. If you are shy about showing up on camera frequently because you don't feel you look on brand today, you are going to show up significantly less often because you're like, oh, I have to look a certain way. If you feel that you can't show up as you are, who you are, what your brand's about, then it's time to think about who you want to train your audience to believe you are. I show up in 2 different ways. I show up in my athletic wear, that is polished but still athletic wear, and I show up in my business clothes. And my audience is trained to like, know, trust, and respect me in those 2 very Sophia ways. There's many facets to my diamond, and you want to give yourself the room to show up on brand, but give yourself the ability to show up in your raw state. Some of the highest paid people on the internet show up while they're folding their clothes on social media and film their videos that way. Hello, Anato. This is powerful. I need this to click with you. If you feel you cannot show up as you are, or you need to show up only looking a certain way, then you will not show up frequently enough. Okay? It's not hard. It can be showing up knowing I'm on brand, I wear the colors of my brand, or maybe you don't even go that deep. Maybe you set up a background with the colors of your brand. Maybe your style is wearing black in every single video to keep it simple. But either way, your audience sees you as showing up on brand. If you don't wear makeup every day, then do not, for the love of God, attempt to wear makeup every day in every one of your videos, because you just won't make videos because you won't feel like you look the part that day. And that will affect how much content you're able to put out and how effective your content strategy is going to be, because you're simply not making the content. Okay, 3, you don't believe in your own transformation enough. You don't believe yourself, so who's going to believe you? When I show up on social media, I'm very clear about who I'm helping, how I help them, and the results that I get them. Do you believe in your transformation enough? Can you give a clear, I can help you do this in this amount of time? Clear delivery. Chris says, yes, authenticity will take you a long way. Thank you. Yes, it will. Absolutely. Because if you're showing up as you, it's very easy to keep showing up. Oh, I like that. If you're showing up as you, it's very easy to keep showing up. If you're anything but yourself, it will be a challenge. Okay? So believing in your transformation, if you don't know who the fuck you are, your call to action is not going to be clear. Excuse me, the prettiest girl in the world just walked into my apartment. Thank you. And brought flowers. It's Monday. It's what she does every Monday. I love it. Okay, so if you're not clear on your call to action and your own transformation that you can deliver, then the content is not going to perform, because it doesn't matter how many views something gets. If you're not selling or making money from it, it's not performing, it's not worth it, and you just have a little hobby, you don't have a real business. The way to solve this problem though, and you might be like, I would love to have a clear call to action, but I just don't know what to do. The way to do this is going to be doing the inner work to believe yourself and getting more clients. And you might be like, well, how do I get more clients if I don't know how to share exactly what I do? Well, first, get really clear with the strategy of what you do. Even if you haven't had a client yet, say you build websites and you haven't had a client yet, but you built websites for friends, family, you built them for yourself, or maybe you've had some clients, but you haven't gotten really clear on the time it's going to take to provide that result. Then take a moment to get really, really clear. Take an hour, set a timer. I love to do this. I set a timer and I'm like, I'm going to work on this for this amount of time. And I'm going to get very clear about this topic right here. And when I come up for air, I'm going to know exactly what I'm doing. And the formula to this is how to go from A to Z without experiencing D in X amount of time. You're going to want to save this video for later so you can come back, because I'm dropping so much value for free 99. Hey baby, can you put the air a little bit lower? I'm getting hot. I'm getting excited. Thank you. Okay, so get clear with yourself. Do the inner work to know your value and show up sharing that clarity and certainty. I can provide this and you will get that. Thank you, Kelly. Yes. Thank you. Yes, belief and transformation. Absolutely, no matter what you do, who you are, you have to believe in your own transformation before anyone will believe in you. Okay, now we're just gonna talk about like some obvious things about why your content might not be performing well. Beyond strategy, beyond getting clear about your call to actions, just, this is so basic, but you might not be thinking about this if you've never created content before, if you're just getting started on your journey. You need to make sure you have a clean phone. If you have a fuzzy frame and like people are seeing like a blur, like lipstick mark. Okay, so see that? That is dirty phone screen. This is what will happen if you don't clean your phone screen. you don't have good lighting, this is what your content is going to look like. Absolute fucking shit. All it takes is wiping your phone screen, using your front-facing camera. For the love of God, get a fucking iPhone, because Androids don't film as well and don't post as well when you're creating content. Yeah, thanks for laughing with me. I think my girlfriend's hanging up a portrait in my bedroom right now, if you hear that. Okay, so clean up your phone screen and make sure your lighting isn't shit. Now, you might be like, Sophia, are you going to give me a whole lesson on lighting? Yeah, because it's super easy. It's actually not that complicated. You need to be in front of natural light. There's a window right here. I've got artificial light on this side. So say you have a window that is lighting this side of your face. Make sure you have artificial light that is lighting this side of your face. If you want to have a beautiful on-brand colored light behind you, that's great. Make sure the room is dim and put the light behind you. And then the only warm, natural light needs to be in front of your face, or warm artificial light needs to be in front of your face. And that way you get that nice glow behind you. So if you've ever wondered how I get this, there you have it. It's super, super easy. It's a window and it's artificial light and it's balance. Do not film in the dark. Do not film in just a room with light all around you. Film with the light in front of your face. And if you aren't on brand long term, you won't be taken seriously. I understand we all want to create content when we're in the moment, when we're in flow, when we're feeling inspired. And I will never tell someone not to do that. I do it all the time. I go on my walks and I create content when I'm feeling inspired. But if you want to be taken seriously, showing up consistently, as I said before at the beginning of this live, to be on brand, whatever that looks like for you, whatever you can sustain on social media is going to be so important. If you can sustain an image, whether that is professional, casual, or like me, a hybrid, that is what's going to take you far, so people know what to expect from you when they land on one of your videos. Okay, now let's talk about the strategy. What you might be missing out on. Is everyone picking up what I'm laying down? Are you learning? Kelly, Jamie, Chris. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, strategy. If you aren't consistent in your niche, if you are posting things that are kind of all over the place, the algorithm won't know where to put you. And this can be a problem. Now, you might be thinking, I don't post things that are different than my niche. Okay, cool. I'm glad you're not, but are you liking things that are outside of your niche? Are you participating in comments or conversations on accounts that are outside of your niche? On Instagram, it's important that you stay liking, engaging in accounts that are in your niche, your peers. On TikTok, it's even more important. It's literally impossible to grow on TikTok in your niche if you are liking or engaging on content that is outside of your niche. And you might be thinking, but I'm posting consistently things in my niche. That is not enough. I wish someone had told me this. You have to be only engaging on the content of your peers. You need to create a separate account for your lay in bed scroll time, because anything you like, save, or engage in that is not a peer, that is not in your industry, is going to put you further and further outside of the algorithm's box that you need to be in, that tells your audience, hey, this is content for you. That's why they call it the For You page or the Explore page. It's showing people exactly what they want to see. And if you are participating in engagement outside of your niche, you're confusing the algorithm. And people always talk about the algorithm working against us. The algorithm is actually working for you if you are using it properly. And so that might be something that you weren't aware of, and I'm really glad that I got to share it with you because I wish someone had told me. The next strategy that you need to shift is you might be only worried about following trends. If you are following trends and that is your only content strategy, you aren't going to sell shit. It's really important that you have a strategy for sharing an offer that you can apply to all types of content. Evergreen content and trending content. Those are like two very big categories. Trending content is a style. You're using trending sounds. You're doing what's popular, what might be best practice in the moment. But beyond that, it's really important that you're creating evergreen content that actually inspires your audience, that tells your story, that educates after you share the symptoms of their problem. When you create symptom-aware content, meaning your audience has no clue what their problem is. So for you, you might not know why your content isn't performing. You might not know why you're not making sales. And this is coming down to you just not having the right strategy. You haven't gotten a hold of the PPP blueprint. You don't know the 8 pillars that I teach that will help you go from making less than $5,000 a month to making as much as you've ever dreamed of. That's the solution. But I can't talk to you or sell to you until I explain your problem. You might just be frustrated with social media, but you might not understand that the reason you're not making as much money as you should be is because your content machine isn't working. So I'm starting with you're frustrated with your content not performing, because that's one of the symptoms. You're frustrated that when you're posting, people aren't buying. You're frustrated that the video isn't performing as good as it could be. But before I can talk to you about the solution, which if you're interested in the solution, I have an offer for you and I'm really excited, and it's better than you can imagine because it starts with a free strategy session. Before we can even talk about the solution, you have to understand what's really the problem. Because if you solve the problem, you'll have a thriving business. So if your content is not inspiring, it's not telling your hero's journey story, and it's not making people aware of the symptoms that they're dealing with every single day, and you're just going straight into teaching content, then you're not going to sell as much as you could be. Teaching before problem awareness will never lead to an offer being bought. So pause real quick. Everyone watching, I'd love to know what problems you're experiencing right now in your business, whether you're a service provider or you're a coach. What is super frustrating about posting online? What is super frustrating you and your content right now? I'm here to hot seat coach. Let me know what's going on so I can support you. And the more context you give, the better. I'm ready. Kelly, tell me where you're feeling stuck. And a lot. Tell me where you're feeling stuck. Kelly, Karen, Chris, tell me where you're feeling stuck. I want to help. What are you experiencing? And while I'm waiting on some questions, I'm going to go on to one last point. Your content might not be performing as well as it could be because you are not using search engine optimization properly. Your content might not be even seen by the right people because it's not keyworded. It doesn't have the captions in place. You're not captioning things so that the crawlers can grab the data of your content here and tell your audience, hey, this is exactly what you need. This is exactly what you're looking for. Because your audience might not even know they're looking for it yet and want it to get in front of them, right? That's where we're creating that symptom-aware content. But your audience might know the problem they need to solve and they might be searching for it, but you won't be what comes up in the search bar if your content isn't set up for proper search engine optimization. And I teach all about search engine optimization in your content when you join my PPP program. How do you manage different problems, level of awareness through content? This is from RE Creo Studio. How do you manage different problems, level of awareness through content? Great question. So I actually categorize different problems and their level of awareness with different ideal client avatars. So I can be speaking to someone who might be at a more advanced level, who needs to solve this specific problem, avatar A, and I could be talking to someone who is just getting started in their business, who needs to build foundations, which is a totally different specific problem. And in my content, I can speak to both of them. Like, if you're going through this, I can help you, or if you're going through this, I can help you. If you are here, or if you're here, I can help you get to where you want to be. That's one way. Or you can make completely different separate pieces of content, which would probably be the most effective. And whenever you create your how I can help you content, sharing how you can help and those specific different problems and solutions being different offers. Right now in my Profitable Personal Brand Coaching membership, we're working on how I can help you content. And I am providing plug and make money templates to make it so easy. Literally, my clients just plug in the information about their business and their offers, and they're ready to post. It is magical. When you're in my membership, everything gets to be easier and your content creation time is cut in half. But one of the biggest pieces of this puzzle with the how I can help you post that we have been working on, that is a pin post for their page where I'm providing the template and the graphic for them, is setting up different offers with specific call to actions for 2 to 3 different customer avatars. So no matter who you are and what you need, when you land on someone's page, you see the bigger picture of how that person can help, so that your future client can look at your page. Coming back to your name here, Creo Studio, they can come to your page and see the bigger picture of how you can help. So for me, it's like 3 ways I can help you build a profitable personal brand. And then I get specific about if you're dealing with this and you want this type of support, I can help you. If you're dealing with this and you want this type of support, I can help you. And those are 2 very different offers for 2 very different clients. If you're finding, Creo Studio, that your offers don't ultimately lead to the same greater solution, like it's like 2 different businesses, then that's where you would have a problem. If you're solving different problems under the same umbrella of getting a goal result, which for you might be like video marketing, whatever that is, the goal result of effective video marketing or effective omnipresent. Let's see, I'm assuming looking at your handle that you're a photographer or something of the sort. If it all leads to the same solution of you're going to have the best images that are going to build credibility for your company and lead to more revenue generated, whether it's in print magazines or it is on social media, and you're providing this high level quality content. This is just an example. I have no idea what you do because you didn't share just yet. That is the ultimate deliverable. But I'm sure you still have different problems, like clients who don't know how to shoot their own content, where you edit the content for them and shoot it, versus clients who provide images, provide photos, provide the graphics, provide whatever, and you put it together, and your done for you product is significantly different than the client A's done for you product. That is you literally shooting every step of the way. Is this landing? One client needs a lot more support. The other client doesn't need a lot of support. And their level of awareness is different because maybe you start with someone who wants to provide their own content, but then quickly realizes they want your in-house studio to provide the content. but they don't even have that awareness until they start delivering you the content and you're editing it and you're like, hey, this could be a lot better, because then you educate them that if you actually produce the content as well as edited the content, that it would be better. So it's two completely different offers, two different levels of awareness, same delivery is providing the content that is going to make more sales for your clients, get more visibility for your clients. Thank you, Britt. I so appreciate it. And thank you for your question, Creo Studio. Let me know if there's any more, Michelle. I just looked up your name here. Okay, everyone, I was so excited to teach you today about what could be going wrong, but I just want to leave you with, there's probably a lot of things that are going right or could be going right simply if you were more of yourself on the internet. If you could just show up today and know that you didn't have to try to make your brand something that you weren't, or dress a super specific way that isn't you. If you could just show up as more of you, how much more often would you be creating content? How much more in your zone of genius would you be? How much more effective would your videos be? How much more frequent could you create? These are the things that I want you to think about, because making money on the internet isn't hard. You just need to know the next step to take. And today I am challenging you to create content that is fully you, with a clean camera, that is search engine optimized, that teaches about the problem before you teach about the solution. That is your game plan for today. If you've enjoyed Content to Profit Live, you are going to love my PPB program, where I share the PPB blueprint. I'm going to help you in 8 phases get to exactly where you want to be in your business. I was making less than $4,000 a year and a half ago, every single month, $4,000. And now I hit anywhere from $15,000 to $50,000 a month using social media. And I know I can help you get there easier. I did it the long, hard way. I want to get you there faster and so much easier. When you work with me, I provide plug and make money models, plug and make money templates, plug and make money scripts that cut your content creation and system automation time in half. I would have been making, so I did it in a year and a half. And if I could have done it in 6 months, which is what I provide for my clients, in 6 months with me, you will have a magical transformation where you have all the systems in place to build the business of your dreams. If I would have done it in 6 months, I would have had 2/3 more money in my bank account. That is insane. Any last questions before I jump out? Yes. Kelly says, I have an idea for a business, but I struggle believing that it could be a business. So it lives in my head and I haven't taken action. I know that's why I need your program, don't I? Absolutely. Because when you get into my program, Kelly, we will help you polish your offer. You don't even need to come into the program with a clear vision of your offer. You can, and you could start at any phase of the 8 pillars. But when you come in and you're like, hey, I'm willing to put in the work to build the brand of my dreams. I'm willing to take action. I know what I love to do. I just don't know how to present it as a business. When you come in, we will be happy to strategize with you. It is live coaching, bi-weekly live coaching, where you will get exactly what you need to know, because I don't leave those coaching calls until everyone feels 100% supported with their next step. And if you don't know your offer yet, Kelly, or how to present it, how to present that transformation that you know how to do because you're an expert, and I know you are because we've had some DMs, we can help you polish that offer. We can help you build a big business around your expertise. All in 6 months, if you're taking mad action. In 6 months, you can have the business of your dreams. You can have all the systems in place to attract your ideal clients. And you can have all the systems in place to be making money. In fact, most people in my program come in and within 2 weeks are already making thousands more dollars than before, because they're just making some small tweaks. And once you make those small tweaks, you can go back. If unlike Kelly, you've already started a business and you're like, oh, Sophia, is this for me? That's fine. You can make a few tweaks and start coming into those live coaching calls and get so much value that you start making thousands and more dollars. But then later you can step back and look at the PPP blueprint from point A to point Z and learn how to establish your business in a way that is set up foundationally with your brand, that is set up with a more polished offer than you had before. And then you'll have the systems and automations in place, as well as the business and sales mindset that you need to show up online and make more money than ever before. So if you're like Kelly and you've never started before and you know you've got expertise, you know you have experience, you're just not sure where to place it, and it's stuck in your head. Kelly says, I'm struggling because it's stuck in my head. It lives in my head. I haven't taken action. When you get into my program, you will take action because the PPP blueprint ensures you take action, that you know the next step to take, but not only that, that you show up to our coaching calls where you are fully supported and you get community between the coaching calls to know like, hey, so if you have a question, if you raise your hand and ask for help, there's absolutely no reason why this program won't work for you. If you know, all you need to know is that you're good at something, you got a gift, you got a purpose, you have expertise, you have experience, you have knowledge. And if you're willing to do the work, we will provide the blueprint. We will provide the plug and make money models so you can get there in 50% of the time and you can get there in 6 months or less. And if you're curious about doing this, if you're curious about working with me, DM me the word blueprint and we will send you the information on the blueprint. Whether or not you work with us, we're going to provide you information on the blueprint so you actually know the steps that you need to take with or without coaching from me. Because I don't care if you work with me. I want to support women. I would love if you work with me. But whether or not you don't, you just need to know the next steps to take. Because if you know what to do, you won't get stuck. It's not going to be stuck in your head. And you're not going to, like every day that you're not making the money you want to make, you're losing money. So whether or not you work with me, I want to provide you these steps in the blueprint. Be sure to DM me the word blueprint so we can get you set up for success so you can start making money. So once you get into the PPP program, you're able to go from not having made any money to having a full business in 6 months. Or maybe you have a business right now, but you're ready to scale. You're ready to quit playing small. You're ready to not be a little baby coach or a little baby service provider who doesn't really know what she's doing and has a bank account that makes less than $10,000 a month, and you're ready to level up. You're ready to be serious. You're ready to say, this is not a hobby. You're ready for your parents to quit asking you, well, when's your online business gonna take off? You're ready. If that's you, DM me the word blueprint. We cannot wait to get you started. We cannot wait. Okay, let's see. One more question. You're so welcome, Kelly. You're so welcome. Okay, I want to share the pillars with you. I want to share the 5 pillars that are going to help you make more money. DM me the word blueprint. If you enjoyed this live, if you enjoy learning from me, of course, DM the word blueprint so you can get the pillars. Listen to Social Equity, the podcast. It is another free resource for me where I give live teachings every Monday. I just dropped a new episode. Again, that's Social Equity, the podcast. And I can't wait to see you here next Monday, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm going to be on the beach, but I'm still going to show up for you guys. And next week, I'm not sure actually what the topic's going to be. So if you know, hey, Sophia, I need some help. I need some help in my business. I'm a service provider. I'm a coach. And I've got this question. DM it to me now. And next week, your question will be on Content to Profit Live. I will answer it. Hello, Alexandra. Have an amazing week, my friends.